So a job opened up in the prosecutor's office in Lackawanna County. I moved home and I loved every minute of the job. I loved being a prosecutor. I loved being out on the crime scenes. I loved being in the courtroom. I loved being in the classroom because we had so much more to do beyond our duties in the courtroom. And it really gave me a sense of that we are the last line of defense against an injustice, whether that be, allowing a child predator to go free, or to make sure that they are put in jail where they belong, or also making sure that the innocent don't get prosecuted. We have a very hefty responsibility as prosecutors. I mean, no one else has the authority to take away someone's liberty. And that is a sacred trust that the public trusts us with, and that I accept very responsibly. So I felt like I had the great privilege of representing all of the people in our county. And I also feel that with great privilege comes great responsibility. Here's what I would have done different. I specialized in child sexual assault prosecution, so I have a great deal of experience in the investigation portion as well as the prosecution portion. I have never, in all of the years as a prosecutor, in all of the cases that I've prosecuted, I have never brought a child abuse case before a grand jury, and I never even considered it for a number of reasons. Number one, because it takes too long. The grand jury meets maybe once a month, maybe for 3 days out of that month, perhaps every other month. It is your responsibility as a prosecutor, particularly when you're dealing with children as victims, to make sure that that predator or that abuser is taken off the streets in as little time as possible, while ensuring that your case is solid enough to go to trial. And we have a number of ways of doing that. I don't know whether you realize, but child abuse investigators and child abuse prosecutors are highly trained in what they do. The law isn't cookie cutter, and it does not apply evenly across the board for robbery or child sexual assault, or even assault of an adult, sexual assault of an adult. So you must know the ways that the tools that you can use, you must know the jury instructions that you can use, and you have to be highly trained. So I never would have put that case before the grand jury, ever. I do believe that the voter ID bill disenfranchises voters. Because it was passed so quickly, it does not allow people the time to get their proper identification. And it does, in fact, impact in a large number of ways, which is a great piece of evidence that it disenfranchises the elderly voters in Pennsylvania. It disenfranchises African Americans. It disenfranchises Latino voters. I mean, if it was so important, if there was any evidence of voter fraud and it was of such importance that it needed to be passed, pass it correctly. Let it be done in the right manner. Give people the time to get the identifications and let them figure it out.